Yo, what up, Lander? How's it going? Shh. All right.
I got bribed to make this video twice, actually, to expose a casino's business rivals. Here's a screenshot calling it a bounty and a sponsorship in exchange for a video.
I would like you to offer you this much money in exchange for creating a video briefing a 3.9 million scam that recently occurred. March 4th. That's actually on my birthday. We're back. All right, Lander, do your thing.
Now, I didn't take the money. In fact, I'm quite angry about it. Not just because these people thought I was for sale, but because they offered me a dollar amount that was way too low. Now, everyone has seen those headlines of casinos paying millions a year for influencers to sell their soul. So when they approached me, I was expecting a lot. Instead, they offered $20,000.
$20,000? Damn, man. Imagine getting paid $20,000.
$1,000 to the guy in the $10 million studio. Ladies and gentlemen, that doesn't even cover the electricity bill. Now, to be clear, we would never take a bribe of any size. This show is funded by $5 a month on Patreon. That's where the real money is. But either way, I had a dilemma. These people thought I could be bought.
You ruined the surprise. You ruined the surprise, Lander. It doesn't matter. No, I'm not surprised. Ruined. It's ruined. It's ruined. It's just ruined. I'm sorry, Lander. Like raid. What? I already knew about the raid. It's not. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Yo, whatever, buddy. Welcome to the stream. All right, I'm all over the place today. I'm sorry. I'm good. I added a bit. Oh, right. You live in a strange place where time is different from my time. So your time is like bizarre world, and I live in the right world. You know, like I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Thank you for stopping by. Have a good day, Lander. Hopefully the future is fine, man. Hopefully the future is fine. Let's get back to the video.
If I ignored their bribe, new viewers might be confused. I needed to send a message, and I needed to send it fast. So I decided on this. Rather than expose just their competitors in the gambling scene, what if we exposed everyone? Starting first with the people who offered me money. Welcome to the Counter-Strike Gambling Investigation, a multi-part series where we're going to be talking about a video game that has created an underage gambling epidemic that makes hundreds of millions, even billions a year. Now, some people thought it stopped in 2016.
Oh, guys, I recently found out about another gambling thing. It's Pokemon cards. Yeah. So I have this app called Collector where you could have like all your registered cards you have, like Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh, One Piece, all the kind of stuff, right? And so I was looking at like my Pokemon cards, like what they're like going for and stuff like that. Because I only buy the illustrated cards, right? Like the illustrated cards, that's all I've been collecting on Pokemon. Whenever I can, nothing like too crazy, anything like that. Anyways, so I was looking this up and I saw something crazy. It's called a limited time festive season offer box. When you click on it, and they let you have like sort of like a what if free whatever. So pretty much you can click on whatever box you want of Pokemon cards, right? Like, okay, let's go with this one, big present, right? So you could do a demo right now, but it's like currency that you buy and you gamble in this game like a gotcha. So like you do demo open and it spins for you. Do I get something good? No, I got a Pokeball, right? But it's like, oh, what? Like I could do it again, but like it will get you to a point where you're like, oh shit, I could have won that time. You know, there you go. See, like there you go. Right? And yeah, I thought I was just like, what? They still do this thing? That's not good. In my opinion, like gambling on this type, no, that's not good at all. That's like it's Pokemon, dude. Pokemon's already gambling enough because you're opening packs already. Now you have to do this too. Well, you don't have to do it, but you get the idea. Like they're promoting it to people, you know.
16, but they couldn't be more wrong. The world of Counter-Strike gambling is still massive, and nobody wants to talk about it because most of them are making too much money. Those who do speak out have faced consequences. So we've got
a lot of you mentioned that me or send me stuff regarding what happened yesterday on stage. I want to make it clear I'm 100% done with all of this. My address was found very quickly, and they made sure I knew about it. I will eventually talk about all the stuff in the future. Today though, damn. Damn.
Gotta be careful. Either way, let's get started.
Bomb has been planted.
I've got to say, Coffee, I'm really proud you're taking on the bad guys. He's defusing.
I wonder what SQT would have said about
I've been
this,
playing
by the way.
Counter-Strike for years, and honestly, the bots are really out of control.
The bots? But you know we're doing a gambling thing. Besides, you're a bot.
Not according to them. Woo! Another ace.
I don't have time for this. You begged me to be my sidekick. Are you gonna help or not?
Hey, I can multitask. What do you need?
I need to find the bad guy. I've interviewed like 40 people for this story. They all claim to be the victim. They're all pointing fingers.
Sounds pretty human to me. Maybe all you really need is a more objective view. Go ahead. Lay it on me.
Well, everything comes...
Sorry, one last pause. I'm gonna go get my art book. I don't like having video played while I walk away from the video. I don't like doing that. Oh, by the way, guys, I got this incredible new art book called Taco. Just kidding. It's called Point Character Drawing, and it's from Taco. And it's like a 2-part book. It costs only $30. And this book has been really helping me out, becoming a way better artist with anatomy and everything. So they showcase like about like teeth, mouths, face expressions, etc. Right? But not only that, it has body too as well, like how the like leg works, thigh works, hand works, and everything. And this is just part 1. There's also a part 2 where it goes more heavy on the body. Like this art book, I freaking love, man. I've been studying this book. It's been like, it shows like exactly how they do it, how they use the bend, how they use like how like they bend the body a little bit, and how to like fit your own art style pretty much too as well. Like, oh, here's like bigger hands, bigger feet, etc. But it still works, right? So yeah, if you guys looking for an art book for anatomy, I really, really recommend Taco. In my personal opinion, it doesn't cost that much. Like it's very affordable, I think, in my personal opinion. Sorry. Back to the video.
Comes back to one moment when protesters raided the tournament.
Wait, protesters?
Protesters?
At a tournament?
Yeah, protesters at the PGL Majors in Copenhagen.
Oh yeah, I think I remember this. They came on stage, right?
It was one of the biggest esports tournaments ever for Counter-Strike. 1.8 million watching, over 1 million in the prize pool. It was hosted at Royal Arena. It was a big deal. And everything was going smoothly until suddenly people rushed the stage. The crowd was panicking, no one knew what was going on. Someone broke the trophy on stage. And turns out there were people handcuffing themselves outside. Nobody knew what was going on. They were upset about CSGO Roll, a gambling website that sponsored one of the teams called G2.
Huh. Some kind of overzealous advocate, maybe?
No, not like you'd think. I found out that the protesters had been paid to be there by a rival casino called CSGO Empire.
A casino protesting a casino. How'd you find that one?
Wait, a rival
you should
casino?
Let me introduce you
Are
to
you
our
serious?
first character, the owner of CSGO Empire.
Wait,
He calls
what?
himself Monarch. He live streamed himself doing the whole thing.
Oh, an exhibitionist.
You have no idea.
If G2 is gonna be playing on the stage, I was planning if somebody's going to Germany or if you have any friends in Germany, I can pay you a good amount of money. Just come to my DMs and I can pay you a good amount of money if you run on the stage in the middle of the game and glue yourself on the stage, or even better if you put like handcuffs. If you can handcuff yourself on one of the computers or one of the tables, I will pay you decent money.
They need to go in, even if there's a security guard, even if they're gonna be taken away. If somebody goes home walking, they will be fired.
And I'm so dedicated to this. Like,
What?
if I'm in a war, I'm gonna be.
It was all
fighting to the
planned?
end.
I did not know
Wow,
that.
this guy is just shameless.
Yeah, but it gets much worse. Someone from Monarch's team at this point decides to text me. He offered me a bounty to cover the story. I'd already gotten a similar email offering me 20 grand to expose the scam casino in that group.
That's
Obviously,
crazy.
you said
No.
yes.
Yes.
No.
Wait, what?
Right.
Right. Of course, I said no. I can't take their money. But I did want to speak with Monarch. I texted them back saying I'll take the info, but I also wanted to text CSGO Roll's owner and ask them the same thing. I want their side of the story too.
And?
Well, CSGO Roll's owner is named Killian. He said it's a one-sided harassment campaign. Monarch, on the other hand, says something much different. He admits to attacking CSGO Roll, but basically says he's attacking all the influencers they work for him. They're on this wall of shame that he's going after.
They have made millions and millions of euros from illegal casinos. And what I am going to do is I'm going to be delivering justice to these motherfuckers. Tax investigations are coming. People are gonna be going to jail. YouTube channels, Twitch channels, Kick channels, Twitters, they're gonna be banned. And I will deliver justice to these motherfuckers.
Wall of shame? What is up
What
with this
the
guy?
hell?
Like I told you,
But isn't
Monarch
he
sees
doing the same
himself as
thing?
like a scam buster or something.
He
Coffeezilla?
thinks he's you.
No, he said something else actually.
I identify myself as some sort of a hero in this story. It's very important to note actually that Killian is not the only target. Like we are having war with other sides as well, and I have a track record. Like before this CS:GO drama, I've been doing this thing for many years actually.
That's really his main defense. He does this to everyone.
Maybe it's true. Maybe he's just got a screw loose.
No, the attacks here are more personal. And I found out Killian and Monarch aren't just competitors, they used to be business partners.
Oh.
I made a company 10 years ago with Killian, who stole my company. The second company I made, he bribed people to have my company shut down. The third company, which is my current big company, which I made all my money, bought my castles and he's been trying to do. Killian has been trying to do everything to take me down, get me arrested, get me killed. Killian is a f***ing psychopath, and these motherfuckers are Killian's minions.
What
and
the
I'm
fuck?
going to be taking down every single one of these motherfuckers.
So Killian betrayed Monarch.
Depends on who you believe. The point is, this isn't so much about justice, it's kind of about revenge.
The beautiful thing about revenge is that there is no deadlines. You know, you can do it whenever. You know, life is long and you can do it whenever.
I realized I'm gonna do my own
But
style
don't
of head
guns and stuff.
outline.
It's like just fun and games. What is
Is he running a cartel? Like, what is this show? There's a guy with a gun. There's a guy with a crown. Like, is this Minecraft cartel? Just kidding.
There will be people going to prison. There will be severe consequences. There will be interesting stuff coming.
Coffee, I'm starting to worry this is a better help segue into couples counseling.
No, I wouldn't scam you. Look, I'm just trying to show who this guy is and what he wants.
Look, I'm not trying to ruin your Mindhunter episode, but sometimes it really is as simple as an unhinged internet tough guy.
Yeah, that's
True.
kind of what I thought too, but it's how people talked about this guy. When I interviewed them, they would just freeze when I mentioned his name. Honestly, it was bizarre.
The thing that honestly upsets me about the whole Monarch thing, and this is what's been so hard about this story, people will not give their real opinion because everyone says they're scared. You and I were having a nice chat. Can't talk about the Monarchs. Why?
What the hell? Why? What is going on? What? Is it because he's working with them? He worked with them in the past? What is
Bro, the
going
weather
on?
was like really nice today outside.
Dude, come on. Tell me what's going on.
I can't.
Everybody talks behind the scenes. Everyone talks behind the scenes. Everyone talks. Nobody talks in front of the camera. Why? He intimidates you guys? No. Not you guys. He's intimidating someone else and everyone doesn't want that to happen to them. Is that it?
I think it's just.
He's like,
No, I'm not gonna say anything.
That is crazy.
That
it's
is
like a real-life
weird.
Voldemort.
I know. Most people were scared to even talk, except for one of the names on Monarch's Wall of Shame.
Yeah, I'm Grim. I've been doing Cisco gambling for about a decade, and I have been doing it as a content creator for probably like almost 8 years now.
Can you take us from the beginning of your relationship with Monarch and just tell the story as you see it?
Right, so it's been like almost a year now, so it's a little bit hard to like get the timeline like completely right on top of my head, but it started around May last year is when the I guess included beef initially started. It was mostly just on Twitter. He essentially started like threatening me and told me that I needed to drop CSGO Roll or else, right? I then responded by posting a tweet myself with a screenshot of what he said, calling him out for it and telling him to come at me with everything he's got. Which, you know, in retrospect, massive mistake. I've known him for a while, a few years before this. He's never done anything like this that I have seen before. He might have done it like privately without, like you said, you talk to other people that had similar stories, right? But I just haven't spoken about it. And I think maybe that's
what
what
can he do?
has
That's the
happened
thing.
before.
I'm kind of confused.
But that's initially how it went down, yeah. Is he DM'd me, I made my tweet, and he went after me ever since.
So you say, come after me with everything you got.
Yeah, I
And
think
then-
I used the word full thrust because he keeps telling me every time he does something, was this full thrust enough? Like it's like stuck in his head that I use the term full thrust.
Go all in, full thrust. If everybody goes full thrust, that's again when we go full thrust again.
I started getting screenshots from people that are inside one of his Discord. He's got multiple ones that he uses for his quote-unquote cult, the Jofa cult he calls it, where they
The
were talking
Jofa
about
cult?
spray some flyers from my city, this and that. A lot of crazy ones that he luckily didn't do. But then nothing really happened for a few months because this was back in May. And in around September, I all of a sudden wake up to a bunch of missed calls from family, friends, everything, right? I get told that they had posted flyers everywhere in my city. And I mean everywhere. High schools, malls.
Parents of Sebastian Ring was taking millions of dollars from your kids by promoting illegal online casinos. But isn't that what this guy's doing too? Oh, but he was controlling the narrative. Oh, this guy's a genius. An asshole genius.
People's cars in their mailboxes. Monarch himself said they did around 30,000 flyers, and there's about 30,000 people in my city. So they basically spread it everywhere. That had like a picture of CSGO Roll, me, my house, my cars, saying that like I'm scamming people in my city. That's essentially how it started with the flyers.
What the Coffee? This is like a personalized harassment campaign.
I know. But what freaked me out is that Monarch doesn't deny any of it. He thinks it's justified.
Yeah, there's this one case, this YouTuber called Grim, who lives in Norway.
Yeah.
We work times about like various things. So he's one of Killian's main advertisers. He's made at least $6 million from blatantly promoting this scam. He's basically, for many years, he's been streaming every day, playing on CSGO and making YouTube videos there, just blatantly scamming his audience and making tons of money. And he has this kind of like has this mansion in Norway where he has like his Lamborghinis parked outside. We gave these flyers to like the full town. The full town got these flyers that has Grim's face on it, and it explains like how he's made his money by scamming people.
He just admits to it.
Oh, he takes credit for a lot more than that.
So what happened just a month ago now, when they sent 18 people to show up at my city, outside my door having a quote-unquote protest.
Wait, 18 people to your house?
Yeah, there was 18 people.
And this is, to be clear, a competitor casino to the one you're working
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is harassing is the only word that comes to mind here. Well, I don't even know if it's, I mean, what was it? What do you think it was? Was it intimidation? What was it?
Oh, it was definitely intimidation as well as harassing. Because like obviously when they show up at my house, they make it incredibly difficult for me to be here because they're gonna be right outside my house. Like again, I live in Norway and our rules are way too nice.
Coffee, I'll admit it. This is a little bit more than an internet tough guy. These are mafia tactics.
It's insane. I mean, Monarch is still trying to say this is all fair game.
Yeah, so we did this funny protest one day. We sent the cute little cult. There was maybe like 15 people outside of his house with the infamous Sticky Hand, who claims to have lost his house to CS Coral scam.
It's Sticky Hand! I'm a Calden!
What?
CS Coral at my house! Grim, I'm coming for you! Killian, I'm coming for you! Give him a house back! Give him a house back! Give him
What?
house back!
They were there, they parked with their like tents like outside of the house, and they had like microphones and they had the pitchforks and stuff. And they were just like marching in the neighborhood. And Sticky Hand did also. He went to knock on his door just to speak with him.
I have to
know
say,
it's
this is an insane level of harassment. I mean, I get that you believe he scammed people, and let's say he did scam people. That should be left to law enforcement, not to like, you know, y'all are basically like video vigilantes, you know, going to his house. I saw Warren also posted something about like he'd pay money for someone to break into his house in Minecraft. That was a joke, or
that obvious joke. Yeah, that would be crossing a line. Yeah, I can agree. Somebody could say that this is like it might be pretty insane,
but that's how much
you
believe Killian has scammed people. I think it goes to what you detest this company so much you think basically it's worth the price to for this war.
So we have the numbers, we have the facts, we pretty much know exactly how much he has made from CS Coral. We've had extensive conversations with Grim himself. We know that he
not the real
exactly
hand,
what
by the way.
he's
I'm
doing.
just
He's
trying to place it
consciously
right now.
scamming people, and we have consulted lawyers about this, and we are actually planning to take legal action. But the unfortunate thing
But he's
is
doing
that
the same thing.
there are ways how they can evade this kind of like legal justice, and probably there's not going to be real like legal consequences for him. And if there are, it's going to be kind of like, you know, years down the line after CS Coral has exit scammed.
That's sort of my problem. This is clearly harassment, but Monarch's not wrong that the people in this industry usually get away with it.
But he's in the same industry.
Well,
Yeah.
exactly.
I'm
And that's
so
what
confused.
kills his argument. Either way, this whole thing is so heated that both sides now think they're in danger.
Let's talk about security.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's probably is shaking you up, made you rethink how much you need to protect yourself. Have you taken any steps to try to?
Yeah.
Obviously, you
yeah,
said
I
you
would've-
did go
I
to
would've
the
got a
police.
gun.
They did nothing. What else did you do?
Right now I have 24/7 security sitting outside. So that's the precaution I have currently.
God damn, that's a lot
expensive.
of money. Yeah, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, no, it is expensive. It is. Like, I'm not paying for it, but yes, it is expensive. I've heard the figures.
Who
It
is
very
paying for it?
expensive. CS Coral is paying for it.
What?
So you got your rival casinos, and one is paying for 24/7 security for the influencer because an opponent casino is gonna go to their house and harass them and possibly do more.
Yeah.
So also like I'm genuinely scared for my life. I'm genuinely scared for my family, like because of this whole thing. Like I am with like huge security guards, and I need to be like super careful. I don't really like. I need to be careful where
They're
I
treating
move,
it like
and
gangs.
I need to be super careful about like my location being doxed.
What I feel like I want to eat tacos right now, dude. I know I shouldn't,
think
but
he has all the reasons to kill me. So
Do you think he would cross that line? As you said, you would never do that. Do you think he would?
no, knowing him as a person, he's pure evil. Has no morals. It would be literally plus EV to get me killed. So now I'm
This guy's the
I'm
same
doing my best to
thing.
first of all not have my location leaked, but also I have like significant security because of that.
That has to be a serious expense. I mean, it's like 24/7 security is expensive, right?
I mean, it's not cheap. plus also like have to take a bunch of like precautions for my family as well.
I think I may be dying of what humans call irony. They're both scared?
Yeah, everyone's
Yeah.
terrified of revenge.
I'm so
And
confused.
it explains why people not involved wouldn't want to be involved. Even just recently, I heard another YouTuber has been getting the Monarch treatment. Flyers, house visits, confrontations. Who would want that?
You, apparently. What's to stop Monarch from coming after you?
Yeah.
Nothing. I mean, I would say the harassment is usually limited to influencers in the gambling sector, but recently an esports journalist got threatened as well.
These people
What?
are dangerous, and these people are clearly willing to do anything for money. Let's get them out of esports once and for all.
We are looking into it. We might actually do some legal action towards him, like some defamation lawsuit or whatever. I think it would be fun to do just for the lore, just for the memes, and it could be like this could be a fun marketing campaign. And for this reason, the cult is coming for Richard.
I tried to confront Monarch on it. I also tried to confront him on this bounty thing.
I'm going to do this story, and obviously I'm going to try to tell it how I tell all my stories, which is as neutral and like to the facts as possible. But I don't want anyone going after me either. I don't want anyone showing up at my house, to be very transparent with you.
Yeah. I'll be transparent, and I'm not intending to send any sticky hands. So.
Oh, I also have to say, did you know Warren offered me a bounty to do this story?
I did not.
Y'all shouldn't tell journalists that. That's not good. Y'all shouldn't pay people to do stories.
No.
Yeah, because it just makes it hard to, because I can't obviously can't accept that. That would completely compromise everything I stand for. To be like, it'd be biased. It'd bias me towards your side if I was to accept that. Okay.
He's shocked that he's getting confronted by that dude.
And I respect your approach. See that you're a great journalist.
Oh, how reassuring.
Oh, you're
Someone
a great
you're making
journalist
a video
until...
on likes you before the story.
Yeah, I guess we'll see if he keeps his promise on that, but I also wanted to confront the guy who offered me $20,000 to do the story too.
Let me guess. He dodged the question?
Sort of. He said that he didn't know that I was a journalist and that I wasn't someone to offer money to. He also claimed that this industry has cooked him and that everything is money oriented.
Well, yeah,
of course. That part might be true.
Oh, for sure. I mean, for all the talk about justice and scams, it's about money too. Just recently, Grim says he got this message. Monarch would stop the house harassment if he dropped CSGO Roll and took a match deal at CSGO Empire.
So that's that then. You've had the villain the whole time.
Not quite.
What?
I mean, we had to address
What do you
the
mean?
bribe. We have to address the harassment. But our story is not about gambling influencers being the victims, who are also millionaires, by the way. Remember,
Right.
We're investigating everyone, and Monarch's just kind of the tip of the iceberg of the problem. I want to know who's really behind this thing, who's really the victims, and who's really the villain.
Who's really running the company?
I
Next
started
time
gambling on
available on
Counter-Strike when
Patreon?
I was probably 13 years old.
13?
14 years old. I think it was 14.
Damn.
I saw it online. I saw a bunch of the
A lot of the new generation are literally addicts to gambling. Because it started off small, like you said, like with video games, right? And sometimes it starts with like video games currency. You don't have to spend real money into gambling, but it gets you the idea. Pokemon cards, as people love Pokemon cards, Pokemon is a side of gambling too, as well. Because again, you're buying random packs. You don't know if you're gonna get in the pack, and you open it, and hopefully you get something really good. If not, it could be a dud, right? That's the sort of form of gambling. Like you're gambling to hope you win it big in some ways. And especially with all these like free to play games too, as well, with the loot boxes and all this kind of stuff. Try and get this see what we could get within the box and get some really good stuff, some rare stuff, all this kind of stuff. I believe Overwatch did that, right? And again, Battlefront 2 tried to do that. That backlash had hard. I believe FIFA does it. How many people play FIFA? How many people play Madden? How many people play NBA? There's like these gambling systems where it's like gotcha games kind of like implemented into these games. When Yeah, I can see how they could start young. Easily. I could start young. Me personally, I never really I don't gamble at all. Like even when I buy like the Pokemon cards, I usually just buy the card. I don't buy packs anymore. I don't do that. Um and but for the most part, everybody's just gonna be like, yo, I might as well just take my chance, you know? Like I may win it big, right? Like here's an example. I bought a Pokemon pack for $4, $5, I forgot what it's called cost, and I got an alternate art Dragonite, right? I was like, holy shit, that card is worth like $150, right? But do you guys really think that I went back to the store and bought more packs? Because I could, if I could win it once, I could win again. No, that mindset's stupid. I stopped. So like, but for a lot of kids, they're like, yo, I want to win big. Doctor Respect was one of them. XQC is another one. Like every almost CS:GO player that played this game, Trainwrecks, they implement these gambling stuff early in a early age because they started with their video game before they went to the real stuff, which is like the crypto stuff, gambling they do right now with stake and all that. And it's so weird how the dynamic in the internet has changed throughout time. Um, with like the whole gambling addicts, like there's been multiple videos out there saying that gambling addiction has been growing bigger and suicides has been going up because of gambling. Domestic violence has been going up and all this kind of stuff. And again, I understand there's personal responsibility to them, but also the marketing is insane. Not only you got gambling for video games, you got gambling for toys, aka Pokemon cards. You got gambling for sports bets, a lot easier on your phone now. I just showcased how you could the people could like technically gamble right now for doing Pokemon cards, like or open cards in general, and hopefully you win it big kind of thing too as well. There's so many sites that give you a gambling thing and the gotcha games and anime and Dragon Ball and like all the gotcha games out there, right? Where you pay to get like I don't know, get 50 gemstones, whatever. You know that costs like $10, and then hopefully you open something really good with those 50 gems. It's like, oh my god, it's crazy, dude. It's crazy how gambling is now.
These YouTubers playing it.
Yes!
They see their favorite influencer playing on some third-party case opening site, and they just go deeper and deeper into this rabbit hole, and soon they are addicted.
Maybe the solution isn't with the casinos at all. Maybe it's a good time to talk about the influencers who promote it instead.
They've been doing it for a while. No, it's the influencers. Influencers are influencing kids to gamble. Simple as that. Simple as that. As people want to say, has XCC, Trainwrecks, so like no offense to them, as much as they want to say, hey, don't do this, don't do that, don't overdo it, etc., it still influences them to even start gambling. And will majority of them are going to be addicted? No, but some of them will become addicted because they start gambling because they watch somebody do gambling on stream. Never forget Logan Paul legitimately thinks Coffee lives in a 10 million studio. Let's see. We used to love Coffee until now. The casinos. The CS subreddit has banned this video. Mods keep deleting any mention of it. Of course. You really think that people that own CS:GO want this type of video to really blow up and blow up the operation and really look into them and stuff? It should be illegal for them to start doing this shit. Casinos have gotten so cocky to try to sponsor Coffeezilla. It's so dumb too. But hey, thanks to that, they got this video out. So some sort of hero of the story. Yeah, that's fucking cringe. He's the villain. You know, he's the villain. Dora claiming to be victim sounds pretty human to me. It's such a good line. True. I don't know, man. And you know, like a lot of ways they could like cut down a lot of gambling, guys, especially with sports betting or regular casinos. Ban gambling on your phone. Make it into a person gambling, because that means you have to get up, get in the car, or dress up, get in the car, and drive to a casino to do gambling. Now, many people will not do that because of inconvenience. That will die. That will kill a lot of gambling stuff. But will they ever do that? No, it's not gonna happen. Anyways, good video.